This segment is sponsored by the Richmond Sentinel, providing news, entertainment, and human interest stories in print and online.
Well, I won't be home for dinner tonight. Stuck on this road.
Well, what you're listening to is from the new CD, Won't Be Home, the song Endless Situations from our good friend Don Alder. I can say that very confidently because I've known you over 20 years now, definitely. Way over 20 years, actually, I should say. Don Alder is an award-winning Canadian fingerstyle guitarist. He's also a singer, songwriter, composer, and a speaker. And he has, in fact, just won a very significant award. I need to actually read this. It's the Queen's Platinum Jubilee Lieutenant Governor's Art and Music Award.
I'm glad you said that for me. Yes.
No, that is definitely a mouthful, and congratulations. I've been following your career for so many years, and you've won tons of awards. In fact, you won in 2021 the Star Emeritus Inductee BC Entertainment Hall of Fame Award as well. Now, COVID hit. What have you been doing since COVID came and gave us all a big challenge?
Lots of isolation, lots of eating, lots of. But it was a great time for me because I actually sat down and while I primarily have done instrumentals on my CDs, I have tons and tons of old songs that I actually never released that are singer-songwriter tunes. And this gave me the opportunity to kind of dive in and look for band members. And by the time we're done, we've got 30 musicians on local and international playing on the new CD. So.
Wonderful, and that's the CD, Won't Be Home.
That's, yeah, when it comes out, and hopefully by the end of the month, that's what it's called. Yeah.
Oh, great, great. Yeah. Well, now you're certainly no stranger to touring, and now that touring's full on, in fact, as we are doing this interview, well, when this show airs, you're going to be smack dab in the middle of your European tour. So,
yep. Bratwurst and beers. It'll be back.
Oh goodness! So where are you going?
It's going to be primarily EU, meaning Germany, mostly for me. But we have a number of dates in the Netherlands, and I think one in France. So each year we try to spread out a little bit. But COVID's made it a little bit tricky these last couple of years. I was fortunate in February to go off to Germany for a couple months too. Yeah. And that worked out well. Attendance is down a little bit, so hopefully this time around attendance will be up. And looking forward to it. Need to get back on the road for sure.
I'm sure. Now, for the audience that hasn't actually seen you play or know the style, describe the style of, and we're going to show a little bit of it.
It's like a little kid that's been in a bedroom locked up with a guitar for a long time. Well, it's called fingerstyle, but that's a generic term because you have classical, you got flamenco in the works. And like anything on this planet, things keep evolving, and so is acoustic guitar. So fingerstyle has taken a whole new leaps and bounds of what it can do these days too. Because in the old days, guys were just working their left hand with their right hand. Nowadays, most guitar players doing instrumentals are actually acting like piano players, and then adding percussion, so you got these multiple parts going on. Now, it's stimulating being a band. You can't be a band, but it gives you that feeling that there's a lot of people playing, so a lot of fun.
Excellent. Now,
you're kind of like trying to do this when you're playing.
Oh, well, I've watched you play, and so you also won Guitar Idol. I have to bring that up because that
was years ago. Yeah,
I know, but globally,
when I was a young man.
No, it wasn't that long ago.
Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, that was fun. That was. I had won a couple other major ones before that, but this one was worldwide, and I had done a submission. And oddly, with that one is that it started off with popular votes. And I went back and looked after a couple of weeks. I submitted late, and before the cutoff, and I went back and I looked, I had like 5,000 votes. I went, that's pretty groove. And I looked at the other guys, they had like 1 million. So there was no way I was getting in. But however, the judges, I think there was 8 judges, reserved 1 or 2 spots that they wanted to select who they thought they should be in. So that was my entry into it. They picked me, and I got to go live, and had a terrible sound on stage, but told the sound guy to crank it, and next thing you know, they're handing me the prize. So
wonderful. Well, congratulations. All your awards. You continue to win awards, and you've also had a lot of guitars specifically dedicated to you.
Yeah.
Can you describe the 2 that just recently?
Yeah, well, I had one back in 2005, which is a Greenfield guitar, which is a Canadian luthier. And the one behind you is by a company called Mason out of China. And they've made this special thing. As you can see, if you can see on the camera, the frets are not like normal like this. They're actually angled. So it's a little bit different guitar that gives you like a different palette of colors to work with. Wow. And then they put my little initials in the guitar too, so it was nice. And
what an
cool.
honor.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations again on all the awards. We just love your music, and you're definitely getting out there known globally. You've been playing since you were 11 years old.
I considered that for, yeah, I think so. Probably about 11 or 12, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I was definitely that kid locked up in his bedroom just making noise. So.
Wonderful. Tell us anything else we need to know coming forward after the European tour?
Well, just keep listening for new music and for new dates and for new videos on YouTube. I'm working a bunch of those. So yeah, and hopefully we'll see you again soon now.
New videos for the new CD.
New videos for the CD, and then going forward too. Lots of music to work on. So
wonderful. Well,
I need to grab 20 years younger back to get back to all
your
that
endless supply of music. Well, congratulations again, and thanks.
Thank you.
Don Alder,
Take care.
master finger guitarist, award-winning guitarist. Look for all of his credentials in the rolling credits at the end of the show.
Thanks, Leeta.
You're welcome.
Thanks, you guys.
This segment was sponsored by the Richmond Sentinel, providing news, entertainment, and human interest stories in print and online.